Thank you for coming here. It's a pleasure to me to be here sharing our experience. Thank you to Teradata for the invitation to this panel, for this opportunity to talk to you about our experience, all our journey in the data management. I am going to share with you what is the experience that ETB has had in the last 20 years, the same time that we have had a relationship with Teradata. And for sure, we are going to take advantage of a lot of learnings and insights that we are receiving from you in this venue. What I am going to talk about to you is, sorry, this is not working well. Yeah. Okay. What I am going to talk to you is about what is ETB, what is the evolution of our business in the last years, and how the architecture of our company has evolved along with the portfolio, along the products that we have been developing in the company, and what has been the Teradata's role in this process, in this timeline. And at the end, I will share with you what are the challenges and opportunities that we have been discovering to explode, especially with the Gen AI. We are defining at this moment the strategy for the AI adoption in our company, discovering a lot of opportunities to automate processes, to define new products, to optimize all our operation. And I would like to share with you what are those discoveries to adopt the AI, and how we consider that is the strategy to exploit the data in order to reach those goals. This is the history. ETB is the most traditional company of telecommunications, not only in Colombia, we think that in the continent, because we have more than 140 years of history. Only 5 years after Graham Bell invented the telephone, ETB was already working, offering services in the city, and has been offering their products not only in Bogota, but also in the whole country, especially for the corporate segment and the government segment. We offer residential products, especially in Bogota, and this timeline describes how we have been evolving our portfolio, including new technologies, including coming from the copper networks up to the fiber optics, including new products like television, like mobile, and other services very common in the telecommunications sector. This is a company that is moving in a very competitive market with a lot of companies that go beyond the telecommunication sector. We compete not only with telco operators, but also with technology companies, because we integrate different products, especially for the corporate sector. So you can see some brands that are familiar to you that in some cases works as partners of us. In other moments, they behave as competitors. So we move in that very vibrant market in the telecommunication, as I told you, not only the telecommunication sector, but also in the technology products that we offer in the market in Colombia. And in this process, in this context, we have gotten a lot of achievements that we are very proud of share with you, especially because we are in a process where we are eliminating the copper of our networks. We are modernizing all of our network. At this moment, we are in the 90% of the plan of customers covered with fiber optics. We expect to finish this year being the first operator in Colombia with the planned 100% over fiber. It will be a company 100% fiber optics services, taking advantage of other competitors that are competing in the market. At the same time, we are growing in the small and medium enterprises market. We are developing solutions for the government, for the entities of the government, developing the concept of a smart city. And we are the most important ally, the most important partner for the government of the city of Bogota, the capital of the country. And in this process, we use a lot of many allies. We have built a very important ecosystem to exploit data that we use in order to develop solutions for the citizens of the city, building leveraged in our infrastructure and in our technology. And there are other achievements that I share with you in this slide. I am not going to deep in all of them, but there are many verticals that we are exploring to develop our business. And this has been the evolution of our architecture. We come from a consolidation of on-premise infrastructure. It happened in the same time when we started building our data warehouse with Teradata more than 20 years ago. And after that, we have been evolving our architecture, replacing different applications, different components of our infrastructure that have been necessary to develop different products that we use to compete in the market. In that journey, in that process, we have to invest in the migration of our data to different infrastructure, especially in the last 10 years. We moved to the cloud. We have been integrating different applications, but in that process, we have been a little bit reactive to respond to the needs of the market, and we arrived to this decade with the need of organize all our architecture, all our data, and in the 2020, we implemented with Teradata the solution of VantageCloud. And we hope that with this step, we will be capable to organize all our information and be ready to exploit the different opportunities that we have identified with the AI, traditional AI, and generative AI. At this moment, we are defining our strategy for the adoption of AI, and we are very focused too in the automation of processes and the cybersecurity strategy too. As I told you, we have had a relationship with Teradata that more than 20 years ago, and that solution, the data warehouse that was implemented, has been with us in the different moments, specific moments of the evolution of our portfolio, especially when we changed our technology, our main technology, that is fiber optics, the FTTH network, fiber to the home. Especially in that moment, we make a very important change in our architecture, and in that moment, we have to include the infrastructure of Teradata, the data warehouse, and after that, the VantageCloud, integrated with all our architecture to exploit the data and define strategies to be more efficient, more effective in the marketing strategies too. This is the way that we built our process with the data warehouse architecture. We have some sources of data, like our business support systems, the operation support systems, and the enterprise support systems that related with different business entities, customers, order channels, etc. And finally, we define use cases that we have been exploiting in our business, like the compliance, the operations, the workforce, the KPIs. All of them are supported in the data that we storage in the data warehouse and recently in the VantageCloud. And with different kind of connectors like Tableau, business objects, and Power BI. In this process, and currently, we are finding different challenges and opportunities. Especially 3 pillars that we have identified. I am showing to you those pillars in the slide, are the importance of expanding our coverage of fiber. We need to continue expanding our coverage of our network in order to increase our market share. And in that process, we need a lot of data and a very accurate analysis about where are the customers that need our services, where are the geographically placed the disadvantages of our competitors, and in that way, we will be more effective in our strategy. At the same time, we need to increase the customer base with a customer-centric strategy that needs many information, many accurate information about the needs of our customers, about the capabilities that are interesting for our customers, not only in the residential market, but also in the corporate market too. And finally, we need to maintain our customers' rating. There are many indicators about this, the satisfaction that measures the satisfaction of our customers. We need to maintain them in order to be effective and keep the profitability of our company. I am mentioning these 3 pillars because in all of them we need the support of the data, of the analytics, and good capabilities to be effective in the strategy of marketing that we are going to define. This is an example of our deployment and the challenges that the market is submitting to us, and we are facing different challenges to keep competitive in the market. In this map, we describe how there are many competitors that are going for the same market, offering the same products, offering the same technologies, overlapping their networks one over the other in the same city. And in this context, this is a map of Bogota. In this context, we compete with at least other 5 networks of fiber optics. And for that reason, we need to be each time more accurate and more effective defining where are the places where we are going to deploy our network, where are going to invest, and defining the products, the very good characteristics of our products to be effective with our offers in the market. As you see in this chapter, Colombia in Bogota has at least 5 networks in the same city. This is an average higher than other places in the continent, like, for example, Sao Paulo or Santiago in Chile or Buenos Aires in Argentina, that has less operators in the same city. So we move in a very competitive scenario that challenges to us to be more effective defining the strategy and identifying the very good data to move forward. This map defines what are the overlapping that we have in the city of different networks. And to do this, to identify this situation, we need to integrate different sources of data, geospatial data, non-structured data, and identify the characteristics of different places of the city to characterize our strategy and respond to those characteristics of the customers and the market that we need to arrive. And those are the sizes of our competitors, and we need to identify, as I told you, very precisely where are one of them competing with us to be capable to respond in a good manner to all those challenges that we need to overcome. In this process, as a consequence of our analytics, of our strategies that we have been defining for the company, we were declared by the expert portals as the best internet in Colombia, measuring different variables that the experts use for this purpose, as the latency, the speed that the customers perceive when they use our service. And we are very proud of this result because this is a consequence of different metrics that we use and we integrate in our data warehouse using different systems of our architecture to define our strategies, our tactics and techniques to improve our services. This is a consequence not only of a good technical work, but also of a good analytics process implemented in the company. Here we have other example of the type of data that we need to process. The biggest need of investment that we have in the company is in increasing our capability to process the traffic of internet. And we need to know what are the source of that traffic. All the operators in the world has to invest on their networks in order to be capable to process all this traffic that comes from the big techs, especially Netflix, Google, Facebook, etc. And if you don't that, if the companies, the operators don't do that, will face problems of services with their customers. ETB has been declared too as the best company to offer internet for streaming, like of Netflix in Colombia during the last 2 or 3 years. And this is, as I told you, a consequence of a very good analytic process to define what are the technical needs to respond all demands that comes from this kind of traffic. So in this moment, in the last 2 years, maybe, we have been identifying these kind of adoptable strategies that are based on the traditional AI, and some of them at this moment are being explored with generative AI too. In this slide, we have four packages that describe all those strategies that we are exploring. In some cases, we are exploiting them too, about the portfolio, the information technologies and operation technologies that we are implementing. And currently, we define 4 pillars for the near future in order to be competitive and increase the profitability of our company. The first of them is that we need to strengthen our fiber position in Bogota. The second one is develop enterprises and the corporate segment, especially being the ally for the government, deploying the concept of smart cities. The third one is that we have to monetize the deployed infrastructure. We have available a lot of places in the real estate market that we, as a consequence of the migration of services from copper to fiber optics, we have many assets that we can monetize. This is the third strategy that we are talking about. And the fourth one is the digital transformation. We have a focus on this pillar because this is the competitive advantage. As I told you, in the telecommunication market, the technology is the same for all the operators. The products are very similar, but the real difference is the quality of service. So we need to support on digital transformation, on a very good capabilities of data analysis to improve our service and be more competitive than the other operators that are in the market. And finally, I am sharing with you what are those use cases of AI that the telecommunications operators are exploiting and that we see as more feasible use cases that we can implement. In the case of ETB, we are focused on the customer analytics, especially. At this moment, we have been developing some models in Azure AI using information from the data warehouse for speech-to-text analytics that help us to reduce the churn intentions and the voluntary churn. We are exploring the virtual assistants with GenAI that can respond in a better way, in a more efficient way to our customers, especially in the contact center points of attention. And the network security is the use case that we are implementing, the network optimization, the self-diagnosis, and others. The graphics describe how we are predicting the evolution of those use cases in order to take advantage of this technology, and it is aligned with the behavior of the market worldwide. This is the information that we wanted to share with you, and for sure we are very sure that for all this process we need to have a very good data governance, and in this moment we are focused in developing that data governance to be more effective, more efficient, and to be sure that all those use cases be successful. Without that data governance, it will be impossible to get all those goals that we have purposing currently in the company at ETB. Thank you, and if you have any question, I am very pleased to answer to you.
Any questions? We do have a couple of mics we can bring around the room.
Thank you. So thanks a lot for the presentation. So my question is, you talked a lot about fiber and your ambition and strategy and how you are competing with the others in Bogota. So the question is, do you use or are you planning to use also the data model or AI-based model for planning the fiber? I mean, like combining the factors of cost of deployment in the specific location, demand or buying power in the location, competitive situation, price points presence there, etc., other factors.
Yes, we have many challenges in that process of the deployment. Because as I have shown to you, there are many competitors, and in some cases we need to define if the more efficient option is to build our own network or use network from other competitors. In other cases, there are some vendors that are capable to build the network and sell to us after that network is built. But the decision should be taken over a very good analysis of the characteristics of each space. We are considering implementing analytics based on AI to define what kind of deployment is the best for each sector particularly.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, thanks for the presentation. Could you explain, is there a data scientist that goes from all the pipeline, this IT team that goes the data cleaning, etc.? How does this work, and which tool do you use with AI? R, Python, another one?
Okay, at this moment, we have not integrated the team for the analytics for the whole company. We have different teams analyzing each specialization area, each domain of the company. But one of our objectives, our goals in the AI adoption strategy is to integrate an only team for business intelligence that be capable to exploit all the data to define a very good data governance, and from that team to integrate all the analytics that the company needs to develop its strategy.
All right. So before everybody goes, make sure to pull up the Possible app on your phone, go to this session, scroll to the bottom, fill out the survey, give Efrain 5 stars. But just let's give him one more big round of applause. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.